What's up, everybody? It's D-Amazing here, and I'm very excited and happy to bring you an early look at the Tamashii Nation's 2017 New York exclusive Kaioh-Ken Goku, brought to you by Bandai and Image Anime. So thank you guys. I want to give you a shout out. You made sure that I was able to review it with permission from you guys. Greatly appreciate it. Let's get started, guys. First and foremost, like any other Goku, you basically are going to get what you get. It is using the old body and not the awakening body, so you already know what to expect from Articulation. But we're still going to go over all those things. But first and foremost, I want to start by saying the red tints on this are actually very, very nice. The gi is turned a little darker black. It's actually looking more black than anything else, not a blue color. And it looks like the shading is done really, really well. Especially for a Goku figure, which most of the time there's a lot of detail left out because, you know, you leave it to your imagination. If you went and did the normal stuff and left out the detail, that's exactly how they would look. But there is a lot of detail, and it's a dark, nice black. It's matte. It looks a little semi-gloss under my lights because I have a lot of focus light on it. But as you can see, it looks really good. The symbol on the back looks really dope. It's even black as well, and it has like a tint of grayish beige. Really good. Now, as far as articulation goes, it's the same thing you always get. So you get the drop-down leg method, which means you can put the foot all the way forward. You can rotate it back down. There is ankle pivot to go left and right, as well as toe pivot. I'm always a sucker for toe pivot. Now, the waist is what I've always enjoyed about the older models. You don't get that on the awakening body because you get a tons more articulation. But back in the day when you first got these figures, what you would do is you would pull Goku's waist up and you'd be able to rotate it any which way, which is really dope back then because it allows you to do things like this. Or get Kamehameha poses. They go out that far. And you have to be careful not to pull it out too far. You don't want to damage the joints by making them crack. Because that's what a lot of the older figures do. Now the head and the skin tone is actually really nice. Because it has nice hints and shades of red along the face. To make it look really flush for Goku. And really nice. So even though you have Kaioh-Ken, Goku looks really dope. With tints of red. Even in the hair. There are slight tints of a matter shade of red. Just like, it's like almost like a highlight. So it's really nice to have. I mean, at first I was like, hey, it's just another Goku. But the more I thought about it, the more I really enjoyed having a Kaioh-Ken Goku. Because as a kid, watching Goku fight Nappa and use it against Vegeta was really dope. So I'm super duper excited. Now, on articulation, you can actually pull it out and you can rotate the sleeve. But you want to make sure it sits in and sits flush. So that's really dope. Now, one more thing I want to do before I go into the accessories, I want to show you guys the box. Because the box is actually a little bigger. And normally I really don't even show off boxes. But this is really nice. So I figured why the hell not. So I'm actually going to put that back in the corner because some people might enjoy seeing that. Now, here's the bread and butter that most people are wanting to go for. You actually get the Tamashii Effect built into the box. And that's why the box is also bigger as well. You get this really nice red effect. And it's actually really, really nice. Like, I like the aura effect, but having this red one for some reason just seems so much better. It's a really nice translucent. It glows really well. It stands with Goku really well as a few other figures that I may have. So I'm really enjoying it. I really wish I can get more. But this is really, really good. And it's not sticky like the other ones. It's a nice semi-matte. And as you can see under the light, it glows really well. It gets really good reflective light. I'm going to test and see totally about having a light right behind it. Yeah, it definitely does do it really well. So I'm really excited about this. And then just like with the other aura effects, you get the two bottom parts that you can sit around it. So you can see right there. Me personally, you could use these for attack effects, wind effects, especially with Goku. If he's fighting, you can, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you. You can do a punching motion and you can make it seem as if he's punching with an aura behind it. And I know some people are going to do this, so I'm literally looking forward to seeing some people do it. But you can't put it on the stand, but I'm pretty sure you can have it work out to where it looks like he's punching with energy behind it. So I'm really looking forward to that. The aura effect is actually really dope. And I know it didn't warm up to me at first, but now having it in hand, I'm actually really excited for it. Really, really excited. And then we have the Kamehameha Effect. Normally with the normal Goku, this is blue, but obviously if you do it with Kaioh-Ken, it'll be red. And just like with the other Kamehameha Effect, you plug in the parts. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. So make sure you don't lose them. Make sure they don't come out very easily. Make sure you stick them all the way in. And yeah, they work out. Even on the Kamehameha Effect, there is a little palm piece in case you lose your place where you can pretty much put your hands for Goku. And you can pretty much, I believe, it's these hands. So you can place them really well and make them sit in there. Now, as far as hands and faces, this is where Goku is lacking. But because it's Kaioh-Ken, it actually makes a ton of sense. You're already seeing Goku's normal face. Let me stand him up in the background so you guys can enjoy this. I'm going to stand him up in the background for you guys so you guys can see. But you get the Kaioh-Ken charge face. Looks really good. And then you are also going to get Kamehameha head, which is also the yelling mouth, the high mouth, all that other good stuff. Yep. So instead of like the normal Gokus where they came with tons of heads, Kaioh-Ken Goku only comes with 3 heads total, 2 which are interchangeable and 1 that comes stacked on the face already. You do get the instant transmission fingers, or, you know, the boy while you playing fingers. So you're definitely going to get these. You're going to get his signature martial arts hands, 2 of each. You're going to obviously get Kamehameha hands. 1 of them I already showed you, so let's grab both. You're going to get energy blast hands, or waving hands, whichever ones, spirit fingers, whichever one you want to call them. And then you're going to get karate chop hands, or what I like to call as salute hands. These are definitely salute hands. So overall, I mean, if you weren't excited for the Goku, hopefully you are, because it's going to be a blast from the past. This Goku will go really well with Nappa that releases later on this year. And if you haven't pre-ordered him, I suggest you do, because he's web shop in Japan, which means he's very limited over in Japan, but he'll get a US release. Now, as far as height comparisons, Goku next to an S.H.Figuarts Shukek they're about the same size. I mean, Goku's, I've spread his legs a little far apart. But yeah, they're about the same height. And when you compare it to a... Do I have a Marvel Legend around? I think I do. Yeah, I have my Invincible custom. Goku's still a pretty good height. He's a little smaller than Mark Grayson, but overall, it's still a decent height. And when compared to other Gokus, as far as coloring goes, because just in case you're curious about it, you can see. This is him with Orange Gi, Resurrection of F Gi, and Awakening Warrior, which I'll place behind. Oh, and those that are wondering, the neck peg is the same. They haven't changed a single thing about it. So if you want, you can swap heads across the board on each and every one of these Goku bodies. So you don't have anything at all to worry about. In the meantime, guys, if you have any of the other Gokus, you already know what you're getting into. I'm just here to basically show you guys off and show off the excitement that comes with it. I really do love the red effects. I love the red paint apps. And these are all things I kind of weren't excited for. But now after having it in hand, I can honestly say it's a dope figure. It really is. And if you are excited for it, you should be. If you weren't, hopefully you will be. In the meantime, guys, hope you're drinking your water. I'll see you at Tamashii Nations. Be good. Later, man.